Okay, you can see the logo and everything in the screen.
Yeah, it's just not very exciting. Well, and honestly, the Try logo, you can't read any of the text on that. It's so small.
I know. I don't have. The problem is I've got these others are really bright.
Oh wait, actually, hang on a second.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
If you guys could turn your screens off for this call, we'd appreciate that.
It looks like everyone is muted and unvideoed.
Okay, so are we good to go? All right. All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Cup of Joe with CEO segment, where we sit down with our CEO, Wayne Brown, to learn about everything that's going on in the world of Aggressor. Whether you're watching through our Zoom Into Adventure series or listening through our brand new Aggressor Adventures podcast, we want to thank you for being with us today. Good morning, Wayne. How are you doing today?
Good morning, and Cole, thanks for hosting this, and thanks to everybody that's participating with us.
Yeah. So you ready to go ahead and dive on into it? We got a lot of things to talk about today.
Let's go.
All right. So first of all, we have some exciting news to tell everyone on the staff side. You want to go ahead and jump into that first?
Absolutely. So DEMA, if you're not familiar with them, is one of the largest marketing trade shows for the scuba diving industry in the U.S. And so every year they pick a Wavemaker Award winner. And this year it was our staff member, Samantha Whitcraft. The award is given to the person that's made a significant contribution to the scuba diving industry that has been in the industry less than 5 years and has made a significant contribution, and we're so proud of her being able to win this award, and well deserved as well.
Yes, congratulations, Sam. Very cool news there. And then moving on, Aggressor Adventures wins multiple awards every year, and I do see that we do have 2 brand new trophies that are in our trophy case.
Absolutely. So we're proud to win 2 more Magellan Awards this year from Travel Weekly. So the editors of Travel Weekly look at significant destinations around the world every year, and they don't always award these trophies if nobody meets the level that they've set. And they look at the entire operation. They look at the destination. They look at the either it's a vessel or it's a lodge. They look at the staff, and then of course feedback from customers and guests. And this year we won 2. We won one for the Aggressor Safari Lodge, and we won one for the river cruise, the Nile Queen, the Aggressor Nile Queen. And so we're real happy to have 2 more of these to add to our trophy case.
Yes, very cool. All right, so Wayne, you've done a little bit of traveling here lately. Been to a couple of the destinations. Can you tell us about where you've been and what you've noticed and done while you're there?
Yeah, I'd love to. So about maybe 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, I went to Egypt. You know, we have 3 operations over there. We got 2 liveaboards and the river cruise, the Nile Queen. And so I went over there to make sure that on our reopening that we were following all the new protocols that we put in place to keep customers as safe as possible from any spread of illness. And the staff was back up and ready after months of being down, and everything was good to go for providing the adventures that we are known for. And it was a great trip. Love going to Egypt because of the business we have over there. I usually go 2 or 3 times a year, so it was great to get back after not being there for a year. And seeing everybody and getting, everybody was so excited to host our customers again, and the trips have been running very well, and customers are seeing all the great underwater marine life we have over there, as well as all the history that's on the Nile.
All right. And you also took a stop down in Belize, right?
I did. So obviously wanted to get back underwater as soon as possible myself. So headed down to Belize a few weeks ago. Both vessels obviously are running down there and doing well. Had a great trip with some customers I'd never met, a few customers that I did know. We had 2.5 days of diving, and unfortunately it was cut short with the hurricanes that was coming through late in the season. But we hung out for a couple days. Everybody, we played cards. They made up a bingo with underwater critters. I did different presentations on underwater critters. We had, we enjoyed the, obviously we'd want to be underwater more, but we had a good time hanging out with each other and spending some time getting to know each other. I did get back out of the country again, back on an airplane, back underwater. So I was happy, even though it was only 2.5 days of diving.
Now we've talked a lot about our what the protocols that are happening when you're getting on some of our destinations, like getting on the yachts as well there in Belize, on Facebook posts, but maybe not everybody's seen that. Can you tell a little bit about what the staff does getting one on?
Yeah, so the easiest way is to go on our website and look at the list of protocols, and we have a couple of videos out there as well. But we're fogging in between every charter. We're fogging during the night during the charter. We're wiping down with disinfectants and sanitizing liquids and sprays throughout the day, every high touch area. So we're doing as much as we can, and it's so far been very, very effective.
Okay, great. And I will point out that many people on the reviews are saying that everything that we've done they're very happy with and feel very safe on these trips. So that's can put it some ease to mind there. We haven't talked about the Philippines Aggressor in a little while. So what's the latest on that?
So Aaron, one of the owners, has sent some new photos that we'll be putting up in the next couple of days. They're getting the boat outfitted, set up, ready for customers. He is confident the Philippines will be opening up for tourists sometime in the first quarter, maybe late first quarter. And he's excited to get off on his first charter. He built that vessel from the ground up in Egypt. It's beautiful. Sailed it to the Philippines and arrived just as the country locked down from COVID. So he's not yet had his first charter. So he's really excited to get back out there. But they're now able to get all the supplies that they had ordered in country to the vessel and get it outfitted. So they're ready to go on the first charter as soon as the country opens up.
Yeah, I'm excited for everyone to see these photos. Ida and I were getting real excited yesterday when we had them come through, and it's a really beautiful boat. And these photos are going to show that. So that's exciting. We're going to get that post up today on Facebook and Instagram. So you guys will have to be sure to go back and take a look for that. Let's see. Moving on, we have some exciting news also coming out of Bahamas. Can you tell us a little bit about the Bahamas Aggressor and what they're doing right now with the Discovery Channel?
Yeah, we host TV shows frequently on our destinations. This one is unusual in that instead of doing they usually come on, they might film one show, maybe two shows. This one's interesting in that an entire season of a new series is based on the Bahamas Aggressor. So it's a 7-week charter they're doing that Discovery will air on their Animal Planet channel. And it's the theory is they're taking these new recruits through how to work on a liveaboard and most importantly, how to dive with sharks. The shooting and the series so far has been going well. They're having a great time on board. Our captain is featured highly in helping teach these new recruits. So it'll be exciting to see this when it comes out next year, that there's an entire series shot on board our Bahamas Aggressor.
Yes, and it's not below deck, which we get asked about all the time.
Exactly. And, you know, and on top of that, like I said, we host quite a few during the year. Uh, a lot of you know that Les Stroud's been a great advocate and friend of Aggressor. And he's got a lot of stuff going on, but he's got a new TV series called Wild Harvest. And very exciting concept in that him and a chef go out into the wild and harvest local wildlife and local vegetables and fruits and make a gourmet meal out of it. And so he's coming down to Belize in February for a week, and he'll be able to film 2 shows for his series on board. And that coincides with it being legal harvest season for lobsters. Obviously we can get crab, we can go into the mangroves, we can get coconuts, use lionfish, and create. He's going to do 2 shows. He thinks he might be able to get 3 out of it, depending on how much we can get done in the week. But exciting to have him back on board and helping him out with his new series. He's also got a podcast. Like I said, he's been very, very busy this past year. He's got a podcast called Surviving Life with Les Stroud. And we actually are one of the sponsors of it. Happy to help him out with that also. And it just launched last week. Very interesting series where he sits down and interviews some great storytellers in each one of the series. So well worth a listen if you are a podcaster. Go out there and on any of the channels that you listen to, and look for Surviving Life with Les Stroud. Very, very interesting. I've listened to a couple of them pre-production, and it's going to be very popular.
Yeah, and we also, for those of you that don't know, we did run a contest just a couple months back, and we do have one Aggressor customer that's going to be joining you guys on that Wild Harvest trip in Belize.
Yeah, so I thought it'd been a great idea to try and involve at least one guest in the shoot. So Les and I come up with the idea to run a contest and get one customer that could hang out on board during the shoot and kind of get to see what goes on behind the scenes. So that customer's been emailing me. He's very excited to go.
Yeah, I'm excited for him. That's awesome. All right, so let's take a look at our open destinations. Of the 19 countries that we have either a liveaboard, river cruise, or safari lodge at, 10 of these countries are currently open. They are Bahamas, Belize, Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, which is Galapagos, Egypt, Honduras, which is Roatan, and Turks and Caicos. And we just had 2 that had opened up this couple as of 2 weeks ago. What can you tell us about Maldives and Mexico there, Wayne?
Yeah, so both Socorro Aggressor and the Maldives Aggressor are now running. They've had their first charters. Socorro, of course, customers come back so excited about the oceanic mantas that are out there and they get to dive with. It's a great charter. They had a good time. The weather was great. It is a long crossing out there, so it's always nicer when the weather cooperates, but they had a great charter. Maldives Aggressor, same thing. They're diving in those channels where the manta feeding stations are, and then of course all the magnificent corals and marine life there really round out the week. And the customers, the feedback we got from them was that it was just a great charter, and they were happy that they went.
Very cool. All right, so let's touch on Aqualung, which is our preferred equipment partner. We have an exciting new promotion coming up and a demo week on the books.
Yeah, so Aqualung, they are a preferred gear partner. We've been working with them for years and years, and every time we sit down with them every year to come up with what we're going to do next year, I'm so impressed with the creativity that comes out of that team. And so we are our latest promotion with them is so easy to understand. You go into your local dive shop and you buy $300 worth of gear, Aqualung gear, and we send you a $300 voucher. So very, very simple program, but you're helping out your local dive shop and you're basically getting $300 worth of gear free because we're giving you a voucher that you can use on any future charter. And all you have to do is just email us the receipt and we send you the voucher. So easy program and very helpful for the local dive shops.
That's very cool. So you're upgrading your gear and you're getting a discounted charter. It's a win-win for everyone. And
Exactly.
who do they email, Wayne? Exactly. Do we have that listed
It's
somewhere?
if you go to the website, you can click on the link there to send it.
Okay, very cool. All right. And the demo week, which is July 10th through the 17th.
Yep. So Aqualung does a demo week with us every year. So they bring all their latest gear, either new gear that's available to purchase right away or gear they're testing. And it gives them a chance to put it through its paces for the week. So they let all the customers try it out and get a lot of feedback on either improvements or how much it's helps them in their diving enjoyment. And a good thing about being on these charters, if you're a customer, all the gear that's available to purchase, they usually just sell it on board at a discount, so they don't have to lug it back to California.
Right.
So great to be a customer on these charters. And they always, of course, bring extra gifts for everybody. They bring hats and shirts and rash guards and all kinds of Aqualung swag that they give out during the week also.
Very cool. And I do want to give a shout out to coworker Jennifer, who did just send me a little message, and they can email their Aqualung receipt and request for their voucher to accounting@aggressor.com. So thank you for sending that over there, Jen. And that's pretty much everything we had here, Wayne. We do have one question though. And if anyone else has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat box real quick before we finish up. We do have a question though, asking when will be announcing the 2021 Travel the World Weeks. Can you tell people what that is exactly, who may have never heard of that before?
Yep. So every year, the destinations come up with a couple weeks each that are 25% off. We call them Travel the World Weeks. We announce those late in the year, usually late fourth quarter for the next year, and they're very popular. So it's important if you want to get on one of those that you book early. And we do email those initially to our email list, so they're the first ones to get to see it. So if you're not on our email list, I'd encourage you to go to the website and sign up. We only send usually one email a week. We don't. You're not going to get something from us every day or a couple times a week. So it's we don't load up your inbox. But what we do send is great news and exciting specials. And this is the best way to get the week that works for your schedule.
Great. We do have another question just come in. Mary wants to ask if we have any updates on Cuba to announce, or Jardines Aggressor 2.
Yeah, they are working on reopening. Like a lot of countries that aren't quite open yet, they have plans but no hard dates yet. A lot of the countries are looking for the first quarter, and so that's pretty much all we get from them is first quarter. So who knows whether that's January, February, or March. But like most other tourist heavy reliant countries, they're looking to open up as soon as they feel comfortable that they have protocols in place locally to receive visitors.
Okay. We do have another question just come in wanting to ask where they can find us podcasts for our brand new podcast series.
Yep. So our podcast is available in all the podcast channels, either Apple, Spotify. If you download the app Stitch, it's on there. It's anywhere that you normally listen to the podcast, you can find it.
Yes, and we are going to be hopefully trying to get one out a week. We will be turning a couple of our Zoom into Adventure interviews that we've done here in the past. We will be repurposing those in a podcast format, and already having some other calls scheduled. As of most recent, Doug McNeese will be doing one with us, so it's a little sneak peek there. So yeah, we're excited about that, and that's all we got. Wayne, is there anything else you'd like to say?
Well, let's speaking of podcast, one you're doing next week, I think, is on with the Turnip Atoll Sustainability Association.
That's right.
And that's a association that manages the Turnip Atoll in Belize, and they do an amazing job down there. And so Cole's going to be talking to them, so that'd be great for you to listen in on that when it's up.
That's right. And that is actually will be a Zoom call just like this one and turned into a podcast very similar to what we're doing today. That call, if you're interested, is on Wednesday, December 9th, 3 o'clock Eastern. So 1 week from today. Okay. All right.
Great.
Well, that was great. A lot of great stuff there, Wayne. I appreciate you being on.
Yep.
And we're looking forward to more exciting news coming from Aggressor.
Yep. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.